From controlling life itself, pretty hardcore there, to rapid designs, I'm sure that's a new one, and an intense what-if scenario. Let's be glad it didn't happen. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Interesting Touhou Facts, the series where I talk about facts from Touhou that I find either fun, unusual, or simply interesting. So without further ado, let's begin the Interesting Touhou Facts number 91.
Number 5.
So this is gonna involve some rabbits, if you will, although it won't be about Raisin and Tay, believe it or not. Just the other rabbits who were invading Earth some time ago, Seiran and Ringo. In Strange Creators Out of the World Volume 1, during an interview, Zoon commented that when it came to designing the two rabbits, he wanted to make them feel a bit Chinese. The rabbits don't have a full Chinese aesthetic, a little bit of it, but Zoon also comments that the lunar capital feels that way as well, which is why the moon rabbits have names with a bit of Chinese feel in them. Now I didn't notice that as I don't have a keen visual eye on other culture aesthetics, but that is good to know. Although Raisin certainly didn't have that look, as hers was more tame in comparison, I would say. Nor did I realize the lunar capital had some Chinese touches to them.
Number 4.
For this fact, we're going to be looking at our Jisoo statue from Hidden, Narumi. We know she's a magician as she's well acquainted with Marissa. Now she has an ability that sounds simple on paper, but is a bit more unique than given credit. Now her ability is controlling life. It sounds simple, but yet very vague. Narumi embodies the Buddha of salvation, whatever that means. According to herself, her ability can allow her to essentially obliterate a fairy's existence entirely. Oh boy, Chiruno better watch the fuck out. She doesn't want to be obliterated anytime soon. From the sounds of it, she can kill people? I mean, if you can wipe out a fairy's existence, I can't imagine a human life would be that hard. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not only that, since she's controlling life itself, could she revive people? If you can take a life, it could be possible to save one as well. Who knows? Either way, them fairies better be careful.
Number 3.
We're going to be switching it to our high schooler, Rico. I mean, it's not like we had any other high schoolers in the first place. Anyway, back in Curiosities chapter 31, Rico had arrived in Gensokyo, but it was winter. There was a ton of snow, and due to all that snow, Rico was playing around in it. Glad to know that even after dealing with the crazy yokais you had during Urban and Antenemy, you're still down to chill in the snow. Nah me, I'm fucking done with that shit. While that's nothing strange, the issue was that Rico had come to visit Korono during the summer, but it was still snowing. It was confusing until we realized that the high schooler had arrived just after the events of Hidden Star. And if you remember, the seasons were out of whack, which explains the odd weather patterns. So even after dealing with Okina, the aftermath was still present for some time. Just like the urban legends, it still stuck around even though the main parts was dealt with. I feel like we're going to be seeing this theme more of the incidents having a lingering effect in Gensokyo. Nothing crazy, but just stuff to be wary of.
Number 2.
Do you remember back in a previous episode I talked about Eternity and how she was possibly a god of some sort? It still involves that, but it's more of a sidelight thing, sorta. So in Chiruno's extra stage scenario, it is revealed that Chiruno used a door on Eternity's back to re-enter Ushiro Odo no Kuni and challenge Okina to a rematch. The strongest rematch! Somehow, this resulted in Chiruno drawing on the power of Doyo, the border between seasons, which ultimately contributed to Okina's defeat. Make as many jokes as you want, but defeating Okina ain't no small fucking task. And it was Eternity's door that led to this result. Okina speculates that Eternity may actually be a Tokyo god, one of Okina's enemies, and wondered if this was a coincidence. I mean, whether it's a coincidence or not, Eternity came in clutch for Chiruno's victory. I mean, I like Chiruno as much as the next guy, but we all know how tough Okina can be. On a normal battle, Chiruno ain't got a chance, sadly.
Number 1.
Now this next fact is gonna be more intense than what I was expecting. So in Strange Creator Volume 1, once more, the interviewer asks a meaningless question about what would happen if Sagumi had lost her bet. Meaning that if Sagumi had placed the fate of resolving the incident to any of the 4 girls and they had failed instead. This is what Zoon answered, and oh boy is it something else, alright. Quoted by Zoon, would the Lunarians continue to sleep, or would they do a full-blown relocation of the capital to Gensokyo? Would they completely overtake Gensokyo? In that case, there wouldn't be any living things in Gensokyo, and that would affect the outside world too. That would end up causing the purification of the planet. Since she didn't want to do that, she only threatened to purify Gensokyo. Holy fucking hell. Now the outcome of Gensokyo being purified, if that had failed, yeah, it was something that was possible in a bad end scenario. But not in my wildest dreams did I think that the outside world would be affected as well. Especially in the worst way possible with the purification of bloody life itself on Earth. Well, hot damn, glad we avoided that crisis. We really owe it to those 4 girls for handling the incident. Shit could have gone really bad for Gensokyo and fucking Earth itself. And you thought this series was all jokes and drinking. Mostly, yeah, but it has its moments. But yeah, that's gonna conclude it for this episode. Which facts were your favorite? Do you think Narumi has one hell of an ability? Do you still think Eternity could be this Tokyo god? Or do you believe we dodged a super major catastrophe thanks to the 4 girls? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe. Or else I might get in a snowball fight with Sumi Rico. And with all her powers, I'm not winning that one, no matter how much home turf advantage I have. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.